We'll see if we can get through it all. There was something, though, that is worth at least referring to, because we've got an ongoing communist Marxist revolution going on in this country right now. And it's a sad story, and people are being canceled for saying what I'm saying right now. Prominent people, we've shared some of them with you. I mean, people have been fired. Police chiefs of colleges have been fired. Deans of schools of nursing have been fired, just for trying to stand up against this movement, which is a communist movement, a communist revolution, and we've described it to you before on this show. But we can't be silent here. We can't just let them scare us into silence, because then they're going to win. And they're fighting very hard. We've got to fight back. We've got to fight back. How do we fight back? We spread information. We spread truth. We share information with you, the listener, and hopefully you go out and do some of your own research based on some of the things that we're sharing with you. And I'll tell you, see, there's been a couple of these leaders of this movement. These are not as savory of people as you might think. And a couple of them have been busted recently. In fact, one in Washington, a BLM leader named Henry Washington, in Bothell, Washington, apparently shot, and this is what's alleged, because at this point it hasn't been proven, but they have good reason to believe, apparently, that he shot 2 police officers, and I believe they've taken him into custody now. One of the police officers was killed. There was also a child shot in this altercation with the police, execution-style altercation, which we're seeing more and more around our country. We're seeing police officers attacked and even executed, being called to neighborhoods on false calls. We've had that happen here in Tampa. They would get called to a neighborhood and people start attacking them. I mean, look at what was going on in Chicago over the weekend. It's unbelievable. You got to go out and watch these videos where the crowd is attacking the police officers at the Columbus statue. If you didn't see this, you got to go and watch this video. This crowd is super violent. Now, they call this peaceful protests. You can't be peaceful throwing incendiary bombs at police officers, throwing full water bottles, literally fighting with them hand and fist. And, these police officers are just surrounding the statue inside of about a 4-foot wall. And, they're just under total assault. How do we allow this to go on in this country? Pat's pulling up the video of it now, but how do we allow this to go on in this country? Where are the rest of the police officers? Why isn't the mayor sending in the SWAT to disperse that violent riot? It's a riot. It's not a peaceful protest. We had another BLM organizer up in New Hampshire get charged with 6 counts of child abuse images, and he had apparently 60 images on his phone. Meanwhile, in Portland, the Oregon Attorney General is talking about suing DHS for sending their special police force onto the streets to round some of these people up. Where are the priorities? Why aren't they breaking up these riots? Where are the priorities of the law enforcement officials? Thank you for listening to the Morgan Streetman Show. We hope you enjoyed what you heard, and if you did, please click like and subscribe to help us out. And remember that we recommend that you exercise your brain at least once a week.